Hello and welcome. You're watching News9 Live with me, Neha Khanna, and our focus continues to be on Karnataka politics. Who will be the next Chief Minister remains the million-dollar question as the action has now shifted to the national capital. Well, last night, if it was former Chief Minister and Prime Contender Siddaramaiah who flew down from Bengaluru to Delhi to meet with the Congress central leadership to hold consultations on who should be the next Chief Minister, this morning, it was the Karnataka Congress chief DK Shivakumar who finally decided to fly down to the national capital. He's been making some very interesting statements, saying the 135 MLAs who've been elected belong to the party. None of these MLAs belong to me. I have left the decision on Chief Ministership to the party high command. I believe the party will do justice to me. In fact, DK Shivakumar, when asked if he might rebel if Siddaramaiah is chosen over him as Chief Minister, he said, I will not resort to backstabbing or blackmail. That is not me. This is our party. We've built it together. But the party must acknowledge who is behind the emphatic win in Karnataka. And therein lies the problem. The two chief contenders we're talking about, Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, are believed to have both been instrumental in the thumping win that the Congress party has registered in the state of Karnataka. Therefore, the question is, who should be picked as the next Chief Minister? While one leader is seen as being very resourceful, hardworking, dependable, a true partyman, the other is seen as a mass leader who, of course, has had a very successful tenure as Chief Minister in the past. Who should the party pick? Reports suggest Siddaramaiah may have the numbers of the MLAs on his side. Could DK Shivakumar lose out on that front? Perhaps we will find out later today.
So the decision has to be taken now by the ball is in the court of High Command. Mallikarjun Kharge and Srimati Sonia Gandhi will take a call on that issue. Today he is coming to Bangalore, from Bangalore to Delhi by around 2:30. After that, he will go and meet Mr. ACC President and other leaders.
Sir, would you say something, sir?
I'm a party president.
Kaun hai?
I'm a responsible man. I have to look everyone in a same eyes. Though I have two eyes, I should look everyone in a Congress party. I will not backstab also. I will not blackmail also. We have built this party, we have built this house. I'm a part of it. I'm not alone. I'm a part of it.
You always used to say that party is like a mother. Party will give everything to us.
Definitely, a mother will give the child everything, whatever she needs. After all, if anyone is there, it is only the party, no? Minus Congress, everyone is zero. If anyone has become anything, it is only because of the Congress party.
Wherever the regional party is strong, there BJP cannot fight. And where the peoples are very demoralized and frustrated, and for the incumbency and all this. Suppose Karnataka, the vote it is against of the verdict of BJP government, if you see the verdict. So like this, people are antagonized, atrocious is terrible, economy has already ruined, democratic rights is being bulldozed, even the wrestlers are also not spared. So at this situation, I think whoever is strong in some places, in every region, they should fight together.
0.5 crore Kannadigas have given to the Congress party. We assure through each one of you, your viewers, your readership, that Congress party will stand up to the pledge made to 6.5 crore Kannadigas. We will work for every single Kannadiga. We will work for every single poor and middle class, farmer, youth, women, and every section of Karnataka. Congress President will look at the report, will hold deliberations, extensive deliberations with the state leaders as also other central leaders, and will take an appropriate call thereupon.
All right, so Randeep Singh Surjewala, Congress General Secretary in charge of Karnataka, there earlier speaking to reporters saying we are going to hold deliberations with all the stakeholders and then arrive at a decision. Kaun banega Mukhyamantri, who will be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka, remains a $1 million question. So even as the Congress party celebrates an emphatic win in Karnataka, it is dealing with the political headache of who to pick as the next Karnataka Chief Minister. Let's decode all the issues before us with our panel of experts. Joining me on the show, Bhaskar Hegre, editor of TV9 Kannada Digital, Shikha Mukherjee, political analyst, Professor Chambi Puranik, also political analyst, and Shyam Prasad Meka, political analyst and a Congress supporter, if I might add. Bhaskar Hegre, let me start with you. You know, DK Shivakumar has made a series of very interesting statements. Of course, yesterday there were a series of flip-flops. Is he not coming to Delhi? Remained a big question. Finally, he is here. But he says that, you know, my strength is that these 135 MLAs were elected on my watch, under my presidentship. I have delivered the state of Karnataka and kept my promise to Sonia Gandhi. I will not resort to blackmail. I will not resort to backstabbing. That is not me. But the party must recognize who is behind this emphatic win in Karnataka. Also adding that Chief Minister's post is not an ancestral property to be shared between leaders. A lot of interesting statements there. What do you make of it? Would it be fair to say that even if Siddaramaiah is believed to have the support of a majority of legislators, DK is not backing down?
Neha, exactly what you said is absolutely right. See, at this point in time, DK Shivakumar, anybody knowing DK Shivakumar's personality would certainly say he would not back down in this kind of situation. He would go all out to get whatever he wants. So the same kind of characteristics he showed in the last 3.5 years while taking on BJP in Karnataka, while adopting very different kind of strategy. See, on the one side, keeping all the foot soldiers on the ground with different kind of agitation on social media and different kind of strategy. So DK Shivakumar, you know, yesterday at one time he broke down and he said, "I'm alone. There's nobody with me. I do whatever I listen to them." But this morning, of course, more composed and calm, he changed his tone. But at the same time, he's not losing his ground.
He is sticking to his guns, even though he's not openly making any demands. He keeps saying the party high command will decide. I have left the decision to them. But this is a man who continues to make emotional appeals, as it were. You know, he's giving interviews to TV channels with Sonia Gandhi's picture right behind him, and he keeps referring to Sonia Gandhi and pointing to that picture, saying, "I cannot forget how she came and visited me when I was in jail." Sonia said, "DK, I trust you. I know you will deliver Karnataka, and I have kept my promise." Shikha Mukherjee, that is where the Congress's quandary lies. Here are two leaders who've both been instrumental, as I keep saying, in registering this thumping win for the Congress party in the state of Karnataka, and in the process dislodging Karnataka from the BJP from its lone southern bastion. Now the trouble is, who do you pick as the chief minister? Because while we could argue that Siddaramaiah has more MLAs on his side, he's seen as a leader with mass appeal and has had a successful tenure Okay, before I go across to Shikha Mukherjee, some breaking news coming in for our viewers. Those are live pictures of DK Shivakumar, who has just landed at the Delhi airport. Like I said earlier, there was a lot of will he, won't he yesterday with, DK Shivakumar changing his mind a few times about whether he was going to fly down to Delhi after he was asked to do so by the party high command. Siddaramaiah has been camping in the national capital since yesterday. DK Shivakumar, the Karnataka Congress president, has just arrived in Delhi, and as you would expect, he is surrounded, shall I say, mobbed by journalists at the Delhi airport who are obviously trying to get yet another soundbite out of him. Here's a man who is making no secret of his chief ministerial aspirations. He's made a number of statements in a series of interviews since yesterday. Let's see if he has something new to add while he talks to the media here at the Delhi airport. We're keeping a close eye on these visuals. As we do that, let me now go across to Shikha Mukherjee. Shikha Mukherjee, like I was saying, this is a huge dilemma for the Congress party. Some might say it's, I think Shyam Prasad Meka said yesterday, a problem of plenty is a good problem to have. Okay, let's see if DK Shivakumar is going to actually talk to the media. Let's listen in.
Sir, Kannada ಹೇಳಿ sir. One reaction for TV now. Sir. छोड़ दो.
All right, like I said, the hordes of reporters who have surrounded DK is trying to get yet another statement from him. DK is slightly tight-lipped at the moment, even though he's made a series of statements since last evening. Is he going to talk again to the media? Like I said, the intrepid reporters are doing their best to get yet another soundbite out of the man who is clearly in the spotlight along with his rival Siddaramaiah, but not clear if DK Shivakumar is going to give another statement. As we said, he's making no secret of his chief ministerial ambitions. Both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar saying they've left the decision to the party high command, but both of them making it abundantly clear that they believe they should be the next chief minister, that they are the claimant, rightful claimant to the top job. DK Shivakumar there, mobbed by hordes of reporters who are trying to get another soundbite out of him. I'm not sure if he's going to speak again. He's arrived in the national capital minutes ago. These are live pictures of DK Shivakumar landing in Delhi just moments ago. He's here on the summons of the Congress central leadership. The High Command, in fact, had asked him to come to the capital yesterday. Siddaramaiah has been camping in Delhi since yesterday. DK Shivakumar did not come yesterday, citing health reasons. Now he's finally here. What happens next? Who will the Congress central leadership pick as the next chief minister? And what happens to the other contender? What will they do is the biggest question at the moment. Let me go back to my panel. Even as we play out these visuals of DK Shivakumar landing at the Delhi airport minutes ago, let me now go back to our panel. Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies for that interruption, but we have to cut to this breaking news on DK Shivakumar. Shikha Mukherjee, if I could come to you. You know, this is a huge catch-22 situation for the Congress party leadership. On the one hand, you have a man called Siddaramaiah with a mass appeal who seems to have the support of a majority of MLAs, at least that's what reports seem to suggest, after Sunday evening secret ballot. And he is somebody who is credited with having run a full and successful tenure as Chief Minister of Karnataka. On the other hand, you have DK Shivakumar, a staunch congressman, somebody known for his organizational capabilities. He is resourceful and he is the party's most trusted troubleshooter. He seems to think he's the one responsible for this emphatic win. Who is the Congress party going to choose?
Well, you know, that's the million-dollar question, as you started off by saying. But frankly speaking, the Congress has, it's almost no choice that the Congress has left. Because if Shivakumar is the organizer, he's the troubleshooter, he's the man who can manage the party and all its, in all its, the regional complexity. He is somebody who is essential if the Congress seriously wants to contest the BJP in the 2024 general elections. Siddaramaiah is both older and as a mass leader, it's a different kind of responsibility that he will shoulder. So the Congress central leadership, Mr. Kharge in particular, has to figure out how he is going to, A, ensure that the party remains a lean, mean fighting machine up till 2024, when obviously the effort will be to ensure that Karnataka does not do what it has done in past elections, which is vote for a party, for one party in the state assembly and vote for the winning side in the national elections. Now, having said that, there are other issues really that Mr. Kharge is up against. And Shivakumar is representative of those problems. Mr. Shivakumar comes with endorsements from two religious organizations.
Yes.
One, the Waqf board, and the other, the Lingayats, the Virashaiva Lingayat sect. This is something that the Congress should be very, very careful about. Why? Because it has just won an election in Karnataka where it dangled the Bajrangbali bait to the BJP, which absolutely swallowed it hook, line, and sinker, to the point when Modi was saying, button dabane ke time mein Bajrangbali bolo, that kind of stuff. He's pulled it off. He's pulled off the ban on the on extremist religious organizations like the Bajrang Dal and the PFI dangled a bait which the BJP took and tried to make it part of its usual arsenal of um, of, of gods and goddesses being part of politics. And he's pulled it off. So Mr. Shivakumar has, I think, certain negatives surrounding him, because these endorsements would make the Congress vulnerable in ways which it cannot afford to do at this point in time, if it is going to take the BJP on ideologically in 2024. If it continues to waffle on the ideological issue, good luck to it if it wants to put Shiv Kumar in office in Karnataka. But if it does not want to waffle, if it does want to challenge the BJP ideologically and on issues that will really distinguish the two parties in very different ways to the voter.
Okay.
Then probably Mr. Shiv Kumar's open endorsement and his collection of these open endorsements is a real negative.
It's actually a negative. That's very, very interesting, because, of course, many would say that, these are pressure tactics that are being employed by, one of the two chief contenders for the CM's post. Shyam Prasad Mekar, it is true that the Muslim Waqf Board has endorsed DK Shivakumar. Lingayat seers have endorsed him. Vokaliga religious leaders have endorsed him too. DK Shivakumar keeps saying, I'm alone, I have no MLAs, all the 135 MLAs belong to the Congress, but he's also quick to remind the Congress central leadership that these MLAs have been elected on his watch, under his presidency. He keeps reminding Sonia Gandhi about how he kept his promise to her and delivered Karnataka to the party. He also keeps reminding them about how he went to jail for the Congress party. And then, there's the liability of all the criminal cases that he faces. What is the Congress party going to do? Because this is a very, very tough decision. Both are very important stalwarts for the party, and it cannot afford to alienate either of them. Shyam Prasad Mekar.
See, Neha, I don't begrudge the chance that the news media has to speculate and analyze this issue. But we need to be practical. Congress is in the process of decision making. I think any party will take time to resolve such a closely contested tie, and it is going to take a day or two. They are not waiting for weeks. And why do we jump on to conclusions? Yeah, people might endorse somebody. Yeah, of course, people will come out and put posters. People will say, oh, my leader is DK, my leader is Siddha. People will say that that's their right. And that's the natural thing that is going to happen. And that's what we don't want to suppress those voices in this country, right? I think this is a usual process that's going on. Unless there is something that is out of the ordinary, I don't think we should be getting excited too much.
You're saying we should not be getting excited, but please understand, Mr. Mekar, that it's a real dilemma before the Congress party. And, for everyone who says, oh, the media is getting so excited, I think it is a legitimate question for us to ask, who is going to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka? It is great that the Congress party has won an emphatic win, but only one man can be Chief Minister. And the reason why this is a very difficult decision is because, as I keep saying, they're both very, very important leaders for the party. And whatever you may say, whoever is left out, it is believed, could be left sulking. And that cannot be good for the Congress 1 year ahead of the general election.
Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. See, the problem is Congress has two people who are more than qualified for the position. Unfortunately, there is only one position. Let them resolve it. Unfortunately, what is the problem is what is being fed into our minds through the Godi media is everybody, every analyst, everybody knows how best or how Congress should function. everybody will go and tell Congress how to function. Because they all don't like BJP, but they think they are the better Congress than the actual Congress party organization. Rain your horses. Wait a day. It's just Saturday we got the results. Sunday CLP meeting happened, and Monday the scene shifted to the national capital. Let them come out with their decision. What's the hurry?
Mr. Meka, let me first clarify. Nowhere on any of my shows have I asked, oh my God, why this delay? Why has the Congress party not managed to choose a chief minister? I have not once raised that issue. I think the Congress party, the Congress party is well within its rights to take its own time. I know a lot of comparisons have been drawn with how long the BJP took to pick its Assam chief minister, or that, it took a long time to even pick Yogi Adityanath as the Uttar Pradesh chief minister. I do not grudge the Congress party the time that it is taking to arrive at a very critical decision. However, having said that, with due respect, sir, I think it is a legitimate question for journalists to ask as to who will be the next chief minister of Karnataka, because that is going to obviously determine not only how the state of Karnataka is going to run. You will agree that the people of Karnataka who voted for a particular party have the right to know who their next chief minister is, and at the same time it is going to have a very important fallout for the Congress party over the next 1 year. So these are legitimate questions to ask.
Sure. Next chief minister of Karnataka will be a congressman. Take it from me. Don't worry about
I think unless the BJP manages to pull a rabbit out of a hat at the moment, yes, I think we're all pretty sure the next chief minister will be from the Congress party. But on a more serious note, Professor Chambi Puranik, in fact, before I put my question to you, there's an update we have for our viewers that, of course, you have DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah claiming that they are the better candidate for the top post. Now you also have the All India Veershev Mahasabha, the influential, the body that represents the influential Lingayat community, writing to Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, saying that 34 of the newly elected Congress MLAs are Lingayats, and therefore perhaps the chief minister should be a Lingayat. We know neither Siddaramaiah nor DK Shivakumar is a Lingayat, but that is a different matter altogether. I don't think the Congress party will worry too much about what seers from the Lingayat community might be saying at the moment. They need to worry more right now about not alienating either of their two leaders. Professor Chambi Puranik, let me come to you. Now, our friend Mr. Meka thinks that the media is needlessly excited. It's much ado about nothing. He says, give the Congress party time, they will arrive at a decision. I have no doubt that the Congress party will eventually arrive at a decision. The question that we are asking, though, is who is likely to be the next chief minister, and what is the party going to do with the candidate who is not chosen? Because it goes without saying that there will be heartburn. It is not for nothing that DK Shivakumar goes on reminding the Congress party of the sacrifices he's made for them, that he went to jail for them, that 135 MLAs have been elected under his leadership. This is a very difficult decision for the Congress party, whether anyone likes to admit it or not.
Yeah, Neha, can I join you?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
See, the question that you raised, Nika mentioned about it, that's correct. This is left to the party. But we, the people of Karnataka, apart from journalists, we want a chief minister. And both of them are equally qualified, except that the corruption charges, which many people always remind that it's going to sully the image of Congress party and all that. Those are all things. Everybody, from Amit Shah down to all leaders, they have faced such charges. Whether the court is going to decide in favor of, including many stalwarts like Jayalalitha and many others. Let us forget it, because the moment you bring corruption issue, I don't think anybody is free from that kind of accusation. It is only a matter of time. Some cases are taken up, some cases are not taken up. And Shivakumar has sacrificed so much that this is a time for people to reward him with the kind of responsibility, perhaps as a kind of the respect for the youth and the sentiments of the workers who have rallied behind and all that. And no doubt Siddaramaiah is a very highly seasoned administrator and all that, but he has enjoyed served his 5-year term. He has been leader of the opposition. He has been legislative party leader. He has been deputy chief minister for nearly 3 decades. He has there. So I personally feel, because I know both of them, Siddaramaiah is also, he looks very tough and rugged, but he has a kind of sense of proportion in which he can say, okay, let me just try to encourage Shivakumar and sacrifice. So sacrifice should not be from the side of DK Shivakumar alone. It could be from Siddaramaiah also. Many people, they think that Siddaramaiah is inevitable for Congress party. Yes, it is true, but Congress party needs an organizational gladiator like DK Shivakumar who can take on anybody, who can get out of the way and see that he mobilizes support for Congress in 2024 elections. And that is the kind of strength he possesses. I don't think Mr. Siddaramaiah will be in a position to go into this kind of, the field work and mobilizing organizations and taking care of all the kind of people who support Congress party. So that, I think Siddaramaiah has got his own limitations, or kind of Lakshman Rekha where he will not.
But sir,
even
the trouble
mobilize
for the
the
Congress
high
is that the legislators seem to be on his side. And therefore, if Sidda is ignored and he rebels, the Congress could be in trouble.
No, I don't think Congress will be in trouble. Congress has the ability to survive any kind of dissension or the kind of division that people are expecting. I don't think. Supposing Siddaramaiah is chosen as chief minister, what will happen to DK Shivakumar? Supposing he doesn't join cabinet, he doesn't join. He will say, "I will be an ordinary worker. I will be loyal to Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka." So if this kind of things, Siddaramaiah.
I take your point, sir, though I just want to remind you that you're slightly contradicting yourself. On the one hand, you're saying the Congress can deal with any kind of dissension, but in the same breath, you're saying what happens if DK goes into a sulk and refuses to join the cabinet. Also, let's not forget what happened to the Congress party in Madhya Pradesh when Jyotiraditya decided to join hands with the BJP. He managed to bring that government down. Let's also not forget what happened in Karnataka in 2018 when the JDS and the Congress joined hands to form the government that lasted barely 1 year and was toppled in 2019. All right, let me now go back to Bhaskar Hegde at this point. Bhaskar Hegde, you have to agree with Professor Chambi Puranik when he says DK Shivakumar is the kind of organizational gladiator that the Congress party needs, not only in Karnataka but nationally. It has a lot of important state elections coming up, and then there is the general election 1 year from now. The kind of role DK Shivakumar can play for the party nationally is not something that somebody like Siddaramaiah can match. I don't think anybody doubts the resourcefulness of DK Shivakumar, his staunch loyalty to the party and everything that he's done for them during difficult times as a trusted troubleshooter. The problem here is that if the legislators are on the side of Siddaramaiah, then you can't afford to alienate Siddaramaiah. On the other hand, if DK Shivakumar goes into a sulk, then there could be a serious problem for the Congress ahead of the 2024 general election, and that is where the dilemma lies.
Neha, I think what Chambi Puranik trying to convey is, when you have 135, it's very difficult for any leader, either DK Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah, to rebel and take away a number of legislators with them. It's that possibility cannot come this time because the mandate and the number is so huge. Therefore, no one can dare to break the party, because if you have to break the party.
But Bhaskar, if I may come in for just a moment, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I don't think it is anybody's case that, DK could bring down the government if he's not made chief minister. The point is the Congress could pay a heavy price for alienating him ahead of 2024. I think that is the point being made.
Yeah, why I see my reading of this situation is like this, and why the Congress High Command, I think, is in a kind of dilemma or catch-22, not because of choosing one. They will certainly choose either of one, either DK Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah, and they will certainly pick probably today or tomorrow. That is not the issue. The issue is, I think, the repercussion on the ground among the voters. And not the leaders will take the, legislators or their kind of some kind of dissension or unrest or some kind of heartburn. They are not worried among these two leaders. See, what happened in Karnataka is the situation is slightly complicated because the pontiffs and religious leaders have come, various caste organizations have come on streets. So that clearly shows both OBC, the Vakaliga and Kuruba and various other communities, like including this Veerashaiva Mahasabha, they are actually flexing their muscles. They are saying, please give the CM post to our community. There is some kind of feel. Everybody is saying in UP they took almost 10 days or 12 days to pick a CM candidate. See, there is a major difference between UP and Karnataka. Even when BJP took 12 days or 13 days, no pontiff or no religious organization come on street in UP. There is a major difference you have to observe. But whereas in Karnataka, the day counting finished and then 135 arrived, almost all the religious organizations, and they are on street, they are doing meeting, they are, in fact, yesterday, they decided to hold a big rally today, but they cancelled, perhaps, I think, on the instruction of DK Shivakumar, the Vakaliga community. So this kind of people from community, the religious heads and the social organizations coming on street, it is a big issue for the Congress party high command. What happens if DK is denied CM post? DK will not do. If CM post is denied to Siddaramaiah, Siddaramaiah can't do anything. It is the people, the community people, they will take it to their heart and the problem starts there. I think Congress party high command is more worried about these particular sections, not about the leaders.
Okay, it's very interesting. You seem to be agreeing with what Shikha Mukherjee said a while ago, that, you know, when you have the Muslim Waqf board endorsing one leader, when you have the Vakaliga religious leaders and Lingayat seers endorsing one leader, in this case DK Shivakumar, that is something that the Congress needs to be very, very careful of. But before I take this back to Shikha Mukherjee, when you say that, you know, Siddaramaiah can't do anything, even if he does sulk and is not chosen, my question is still to Bhaskar before I go back to Shikha Mukherjee. Bhaskar, my question is that, you know, you say that Siddaramaiah can do no harm, but going by the reports that have emerged since Sunday's secret ballot, it looks like a vast majority of MLAs may be batting for Siddaramaiah. Do you not believe that is something that has to be a strong consideration for the Congress party?
Neha, what you said is right. I will not dispute or disagree with on that particular point. My point is, if you select DK, for instance, the MLAs will fall in line. Nothing will happen first year. Only after the parliament election, if Congress fares very badly in Karnataka, then the murmur will start. Okay, number one. Number two, see, if DK is selected, DK is such a leader, he will rein in all the MLAs because the mandate is huge and the number is very huge. And Siddaramaiah, knowing his personality, he can't take on DK on this particular aspect. Even though he has 80 MLAs, the moment DK becomes CM, mark my word, 70 MLAs will switch sides, or 60 MLAs will switch sides because they will fall in line. They know very well that they can't change the course of action. So that is a point I wanted to make.
That's a very interesting point. And as a Karnataka watcher, I will definitely take your word for it when you say that if DK is chosen, MLAs will switch sides. In any case, it doesn't take long for our elected representatives to switch sides when it comes to their pursuit of power. But Shikha Mukherjee, at least two of our panelists seem to be of the opinion that DK Shivakumar would be the right choice for the Congress party in the present situation because he brings to the table something that is extremely unique and invaluable to the Congress party, especially at this point in time, given that you have assembly elections coming up in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and you have the general election 1 year from now. This is a man who, as I keep saying, is known for his organizational capabilities, for his resourcefulness, for his troubleshooting skills. Siddaramaiah does not bring that to the table. And even if Siddaramaiah does have the support of the legislators, Bhaskar Hegde says, don't you worry, the moment DK is picked, the MLAs will switch sides. It will be in the interest of the Congress party to pick a gladiator like DK Shivakumar. Is that something you would agree with?
No, actually, I wouldn't, because one of the things that one realizes over the years is that the Congress organization needs a strong leader to keep it fighting fit. There is a tendency within the Congress not to be fighting fit. Therefore, Shivakumar's contribution to the Congress at this point in time is, as you very correctly pointed out, his organizational skills, his resourcefulness, and his capacity to work very, very hard. You see, Siddaramaiah, as a mass leader, can go out and address a crowd. He has the charisma that is needed. But organizing an election has to be organized. The Congress cannot afford the risk of having a poor organization unless it has other backup that can do exactly what Shivakumar has done and do it better. If the Congress has that capability within the Karnataka leadership, well and good. If it does not, then really it would be risking the Congress's own future ambitions in 2024 if it were to bring in Shivakumar, open up the Congress to the kind of attacks that the BJP would launch because of Shivakumar's
Criminal cases,
etc. And that would be a negative. I mean, I realize that the Congress can take Siddaramaiah for granted, but at the same time, Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar and M.B. Patil and a few others have been a winning combination. Whether it can afford to have any one of these people upset, angry, sulking, or their followers demoralized is a call that Mr. Kharge and Mr. Kharge alone can take, because, as he keeps pointing out, he is the Bhumiputra of Karnataka. But for the Congress, getting its organization, keeping its organization fighting fit is the challenge. And sulking leaders do not make for a fighting fit organization. Yeah. That's how I would look at it.
That's very well put. Sulking leaders do not make for a fighting fit organization. But let's be very clear about one thing. You know, the chief ministerial race in Karnataka goes beyond the state of Karnataka. It will have ramifications for the Congress party at the national level. That is the cause of concern. That is why this dilemma for the Congress party. Let me go back to Shyam Meka. Mr. Meka, I assure you, I have no interest in doling out any free and unsolicited advice to the Congress party on how it should conduct its affairs, how it should run its government, and who it should pick as chief minister. My job as a journalist is to ask questions of you analysts and to basically decode for our viewers the pros and cons or cons of a particular situation. Now, what's interesting is, Mr. Meka, that 3 of our panelists actually seem to think that DK Shivakumar is the man the Congress party truly needs, because this goes beyond Karnataka. We are talking about the upcoming state elections. We're talking about the general election that is less than a year away. What DK Shivakumar has done for the Congress in the past and is capable of doing going forward is not something that you can expect from Siddaramaiah, and that is truly what the Congress party will need going forward. And even though you're convinced that nobody will sulk, but in case DK does go into a sulk, it's going to be a huge problem for the Congress party. Do you therefore agree that DK is perhaps the right choice for the Congress party at this point? Though Shikha Mukherjee also makes a valid point about the criminal cases he faces. The BJP will not let a government led by DK Shivakumar function in peace.
I'll tell you, see, both of them are a good choice, okay? But let me crumble the cookie for you, actually. See, we are talking about these things. Did you guys try and understand what Congress party is going through right now? Congress party is trying to find itself between winnability and ideological purity. ideologically, Congress party want to be the diametrically opposite of what BJP stands for. And how to make that a winnable choice, that's the struggle Congress party is going through. I think the current dilemma that is going through, or the weighing of the factors is happening through the mind of the High Command is, while Siddaramaiah is ideologically where Congress want to be, while DK Shivakumar ideally is what Congress needs now. They want to solve this conundrum. It's not about who will get upset, who has so many MLAs, nothing of that sort. MLAs will fall in line. All 135 are one with the Congress party ticket.
Okay,
Opinion,
the
preference.
MLAs.
But they will
Okay,
listen.
Go ahead. They will listen.
They will listen to the party. But as I told you, actually I didn't want to tell that, but I told you that the ideological purity and what we need to be a gladiator in the current movement, both are required qualities. Both are essential for Congress. Congress is trying to strike a balance, not just on this decision, on many other things. If you observe Congress closely, that's what is Congress going through. Let it find out who they are. If Congress clarifies that who they are to their cadres and to the people, Congress is going to thump BJP in 2024.
Okay, that is a very optimistic view that you have. Of course, you're entitled to your views, but many will perhaps tell you to temper your excitement a little bit, because winning a state election is one thing and beating Prime Minister Modi in a national election, let's face it, Mr. Meka, is quite another. However, I agree with your analysis on why both these leaders are equally important for the Congress party. But before I move on to Professor Puranik, who is your vote going to, Mr. Meka? DK or Sidda? I must put you on the spot. That's my job as a journalist.
You did. I need to dodge it. That's my job.
Okay, successfully dodged by Mr. Meka, but I will not stop trying. Professor Chambi Puranik, let me come to you now. Again, I want to go back to what DK Shivakumar has been saying since last evening. He's been sounding very emotional ever since the results came out. He cried on national television. Reminding everyone of the time Sonia Gandhi had visited him in jail. He gives interviews to reporters with Sonia Gandhi's picture in the backdrop. And then he says very emotionally, I promised Sonia Gandhi I would deliver Karnataka to the Congress. I have kept my promise. She said, DK, I have faith in you. Is DK trying to tell everyone that, look, I enjoy the backing of Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi, and I have kept my promise to them, because there is one school of thought that says Rahul Gandhi may well be on Siddaramaiah's side. So let me ask you this question. Do you believe, Professor Puranik, that perhaps the Gandhis themselves are divided on this issue?
Well, I agree with Mr. Hegde, the editor of TV9 Kannada. When he said, once CM is announced or selected, either DK Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah, I think Congress will remain united. The only question Mukherjee and others may ask is, what about the charges against Siddaramaiah? I think DK Shivakumar will be further, he will be reinforced and equipped to fight the cases. That is there among all the politicians. Second thing is, Neha, I must tell you, last time we discussed, I came out with the formula of sharing the power for 2.5. But I don't think DK Shivakumar will agree at this point. Therefore, without DK Shivakumar, I bet I will tell you with all whatever local kind of information and assessment I have, Congress would not have reached more than 75 seats, I am telling you. If this is the point on which DK Shivakumar has brought the party to the power, and also his organizational skills and loyalty to the Gandhi family or Sonia and others, I think, whatever he has said, either it may be emotional, it is not blackmailing. he is true to his whatever efforts, the kind of the dedication and loyalty has shown. I think as he's an original congressman, so he should be rewarded. If he's not rewarded, Congress would not have reached this number of 136 seats, I'm telling you. So
but then let me ask you this question. Okay, most of you agree DK is the right man. He is the one who's brought the party to power. But if they decide to go with Siddaramaiah, who's anyway said this is my last election, let me prepare the party for 2024, do you believe DK Shivakumar will go into a sulk?
Well, I mean, I told you just before, he may not join the cabinet. He will not go into the sulk. He will definitely follow the advice of Sonia, Rahul or Priyanka. But I think somewhere he feels a kind of discouraged. That kind of sadness, melancholy will, I think,
Okay,
affect
and that is
enthusiasm
likely to impact the performance of the Congress in the upcoming elections. Last word to you, Bhaskar. Even though publicly DK Shivakumar has outright rejected the idea of shared chief ministership, he says it's not an ancestral property to be shared. He does not believe in the idea of rotational chief ministership. He cited the examples of Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. But do you believe behind the scenes, in their effort to keep both leaders happy, the central leadership could try and arrive at some sort of an understanding where you have Siddaramaiah as chief minister, at least up to the 2024 general election, if not beyond, and then him handing over the reins to DK Shivakumar? Is that a possibility?
Neha, that possibility could not be ruled out. No doubt that is perhaps one of the options they may consider, considering the age and experience of Siddaramaiah. And because if you have Siddaramaiah in the hot seat till 24, one thing is sure that OBC, minority and a large section of SC votes will come. But you may not be sure of the same vote block coming to Congress in 2024 if DK Shivakumar is heading the government. So that one particular small dilemma Congress may face. But yes, of course, he has the support of MLAs and that's perfectly all right.
Right.
And my point is, I agree with 100% with you that when you were interacting with Mr. Moka, you said there is a major difference between 2024 and 2023 assembly election. If you see the history of Karnataka elections since 1983, the Karnataka voted differently.
Absolutely.
Kana.
DK Shivakumar there, not speaking to the media, but ladies and gentlemen, he has arrived at the residence of Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge here in the national capital. All eyes on DK Shivakumar. Is he going to be the next chief minister? If the party picks Siddaramaiah, what will DK Shivakumar do? Will he continue to play the obedient and loyal congressman that he has been all these years? Or could he go into a sulk? Remember, he has been saying, I do not blackmail, I do not backstab, that is not me. But at the same time, he has lost no opportunity to remind the party leadership of the sacrifices he has made, and he keeps reminding them that he is essentially the man responsible for the party's emphatic win in Karnataka. So who is it going to be, DK Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah? This is an unenviable task the Congress central leadership is currently saddled with. Will we have a name before the end of the day? We'll have to find out. On that note, I'd like to thank all our guests for joining us, and thanks to the viewers for watching.